God, that's my Etch-a-Sketch. Hello everyone, good morning, welcome to here. Welcome in, come on in. Today we're going to talk all about how to use 7th chords in a progression, okay? Maybe you know how to make a decent progression with regular chords, but you don't know how to include 7th chords in there and you want to. So yeah. And so the first thing we need to cover is that just like we have regular diatonic chords to a key where each of them have a specific quality, right? We also have diatonic 7th chords to a key where each of them have a specific quality. And so let's go over the regular diatonic chord qualities. In case you're unfamiliar, I mean, we need to talk about them. So let's just go over them, okay? So in a major key, the 1, 4, and 5 are played as major chords. The 2, 3, and 6 are played as minor, and the 7 is played as a diminished. And now the diatonic 7th chords and their qualities go as follows. The 1 and 4 are played as major 7ths. The 2, 3, and 6 are played as minor 7ths. The 5 is played as a dominant 7th, and the 7th is played as a half diminished 7th. Yeah, and the half diminished 7th is sometimes referred to as, what is it referred to as? A half diminished flat 5? A sharp 7 flat 5? Minor 7 flat 5, yeah. So if ever you hear the term minor 7 flat 5, it's really just a half diminished 7th. It's really just a half diminished 7th and vice versa. It's really just a half diminished 7th and vice versa. It's really just a half diminished 7th and vice versa. Okay, so now, with that in mind, we have our regular diatonic chords to key, and we also have our 7th diatonic chords to key. So now what do we do with them? What do we do with them? First, okay, allow us to build a regular chord progression, okay, with a regular chord. So let's play a 1, 6, 4, 5 chord progression in the key of C major. And so using regular diatonic chords, those chords are going to be C major, A minor, F major, and G major. Hello? Yeah, I'm in the middle of something. What? He said what? He told you that? He said you could save 10% or more if you switch to Geico. Oh my God, what are you gonna do? And so great, how do we take this progression and turn it 7th? We want to turn it 7 degrees. All we have to do is play the 7th versions of these chords, all right? So we're gonna take a look at our diatonic 7 chords, okay? We're gonna take a look at the 1, 6, the 2, and the 5. Is that the progression we played? No, we didn't play that. We played the 1, 6, the 4, and the 5, didn't we? Yeah. So the 1 in the 7th diatonics, okay, is going to be played as a major 7th. The 6 is going to be played as a minor 7th. The 4, a major 7th. And the 5, a dominant 7th. So let's do those. Oh my God. It's the toucan shuffle. It's the toucan shuffle. The toucan shuffle. It's the toucan shuffle for everyone. And so you see and you hear how the cadence of that progression, I think that's the word, cadence, remains the same. The functions of those chords didn't change. No, they didn't. Only the colors of them did, okay? That's the key here. 7th chords do not change the functions of the chords. No, no, no. They just change the colors. Meaning you could play any progression that you would normally play with regular chords and just substitute their 7th chord versions. And you have the same progression, but just 7th. Okay, let's do another one. Let's do 1, 3, 4, okay, progression. In the regular diatonic chords, that's going to be a C major, E minor, F major, okay? Okay, I'll do it. Oh my God, so cute. And now we're going to substitute all those chords for their 7th version. So the 1 is going to be major 7th, the 3 is going to be a minor 7th, E minor 7th, and the 4 is going to be a major, okay. I don't know if you hear any of this. If I were a cat, I'd like kibble. Is kibble for cats or dogs? Kibble. And so you just need to remember the 7th chord qualities, okay? And then you can just swap them out. Do a little swippy swap. Do a 1, 2 swip swap. Yeah. And that's kind of, simple to remember because it's almost a 1-to-1 conversion except for the 5 chord, right? All the majors and the regular diatonic chords, okay, are going to be switched over to major 7s except for the 5th, okay, except for the 5th. All the minors are going to be played as minor 7s and the diminished is going to be played as a half diminished 7th. And the 5 is going to be played as a dominant 7th. Okay, so you just have to remember the 5 is dominant 7th, the rest are 1-to-1 conversions, except for also the diminished. This turns into a half diminished. But it still has the word diminished in it, okay? It's simple to remember. Here's my artistic rendition of Jack and Rose on the Jora in the ocean. And so also, let me mention, if you're playing in a blues progression, okay, oftentimes all these qualities will just be disregarded. Yeah, disregard. And then they would just play, you know, every chord as a dominant seventh. The 1, the 4, the 5, dominant sevenths, all around. But, you know, that's just, you know, a bending of the rule, which is fine, you could do that. But if you see that ever in your guitar playing careers, you know, they're bending the rules. The 1 it shouldn't technically be played as a dominant seventh, nor the 4. But they do it because you could do that. You could do it. Yeah. Did you know when you go camping, you need to put your food up in a tray or the bears will nurse them as their own? So that's all, everyone, okay? That's it. That's it. That's 7 chords. Listen, if you have parsley in the fridge, you better go use it. That's only good for about 45 minutes before it goes bad again. Go use your parsley. Don't forget to go over to meganchurchmusic.com and sign our petition to send pigeons to space. Yeah, we're sending pigeons to space. Yeah, as a protest against the tax on silly string. Yeah, and also while you're there, don't forget to watch look at with your eyeballs the 70-cent guitar ebooks. We got 2 of them. We got the 70-cent beginner guitar guide. That, oh my God. It's a guitar study ebook. It's a chord, scale, and theory reference book, all organized in the cage system. You've never seen anything like it before. I promise you that. It has a bunch of music theory concepts in visual examples, and you could just study from it, you know? And it's fun. It's fun to look at. You're going to want to study from it. And also, we got the 70s beginner guitar guide. That is a beginner guitar guide, okay? Everything you need to learn at the beginning of playing guitar is all in the book. And it's got a practice schedule to implement all of the things that you need to know. Look at it. And it's got aliens in it. Come on. And we also got the course, Key Music Theory Walter course. It's a course where we go through the fundamentals of music. What keys are, how we build major scales, how we build these diatonic chords to those scales. And it's got a practice PDF workbook to practice all those things. God, you know. And also don't forget to subscribe. Okay? At 5,000 subscribers, I'm going to solve a Rubik's Cube on camera for the world to see. You don't want to miss it. I suppose that's all. I was going to mention my YouTube memberships, but I feel like that's going to be a bit overboard, isn't it? But if you want to, you could do that. We got emojis, we got badges. Okay, that's all. So that's all, everyone. Don't forget cannellonis. Are the fruit roll-up version of lasagna. Let me tell you a story about a mouse called Monsieur. Monsieur was a mouse. Monsieur Mouse is what he went by. Monsieur Mouse was a little guy. He was so little, and he owned a store down the block by the lake. It was a surf store. He would go, you'd rent surfboards, fiddle faddles. And he owned the store by the lake. One day there was a big tsunami. Yeah. And it washed away all his surfboards. And he said, oh dear, what do I do now? Yeah. Well, it turns out it wasn't that many surfboards. It wasn't that much inventory because, again, he's a mouse. So the surfboards were about yay big. And so he just, and also turns out that there's not very many whites that surf nowadays. Since the Prohibition, they stopped surfing as they just stopped doing it because without the prohibitors, no one really wanted to surf anymore, and they didn't want fiddle faddles either. So he really only had like 1 to 2 surfboards, yay bigs. So he just like rebuilt them out of like walnuts. He sawed them and then he painted waves, little flowers, hibiscus. That was a popular one, hibiscus. And then he just, after the tsunami was over, people wanted to surf again. People wanted to surf again because they saw the waves. They saw the waves, okay? They were reminded of what they used to be, surfers. And they said, hey, they said to their family, hello, good morning. Should we surf today? Oh, hello? No, sorry. No, I'm in the middle of this. Sorry. I'll talk to you later. And so they continued surfing. They went back to the surf shop and they rented his surfboards and his pill paddles because he had a sale. It was 2 for 1. Surfboard rental. You get an hour free pill paddle, including a free lesson. So they said this is a great deal. Thank you, monsieur. And then they started surfing again, and he was very successful after that. Tails. He was a successful mouse. He had a successful house. All of his surfboards and all of his nights. And he said goodbye, good night, goodbye.